All right, welcome back, everybody. It's time to have a great day books, and this week it's all about guides.
Yeah, here in our studio is Lori Fazio from RJ Julia Booksellers. And before we get into all the guides, we just want to let you know we're so excited to find RJ Julia inside of Tweed, New Haven Airport. I'd never seen it. It's a book vending machine.
It is a book vending machine.
You go pick the book you want, and it pops out.
Yeah, isn't that fun?
And Kate Amato, our producer, bought a book.
Oh, yay.
Yay.
Yeah, it's pretty neat. We started it. Oh, there you are, right. I saw that you saw that when you were heading down on your trip to Florida.
Yeah, it was really exciting.
And yeah, we opened it up in September, and it's been really interesting to see how it's doing and what people like, and you know.
Well, I think it's a great idea.
Yeah, so fun.
Yeah. Well, you brought guidebooks for kids?
I did. So what I was thinking about, I'm like, well, okay, what can we talk about today? Well, there's a lot of things in the news going on, and kids are probably, curious about one thing or another, or maybe all of them.
Right.
So I figured we'd bring some books and talk about some books that parents can, either look at with their kids or give to their kids to explore more, or whatever.
Current event book guides.
Yeah, I think so.
So we have the ultimate kid's guide to weather, Scott.
Right.
Which I think is fascinating.
Right, so that one is up there. I figure with all the storms that have been going across the country, and with the weather changing and climate change and all of that, this gives an easy look at what they are, how to describe them, how to name them, and what causes them. But I figured you could vet it, Scott.
Yeah,
what does the meteorologist think?
Remember, hot air rises and cold air sinks. Thunderstorms start with a mass of warm, humid air rising from the surface and colliding with cold air. It's right on the money.
Yeah.
It's terrific.
Yeah. And then it is Women's History Month.
Yes.
So I brought the ABCs of women's history. So this it's pretty simple. It's considered a picture book. But for example, like the letter T is, Title IX, matching, women's teams. And there's, Serena Williams and Venus Williams and Chloe Kim in here. O is for outspoken. I love that Y is for you. So like any girl reading this is like you can create your own story. So it's cute. They have some names of women in there as well as things that women can do. So it's really a cute book.
Terrific.
And rabbitology.
Yeah.
Did you know that rabbits jump when they're happy, or that their teeth never stop growing?
I got a rabbit up for adoption, but this is not really the time to get a rabbit. If you're thinking about getting your kid a rabbit for Easter, don't do it.
Well, unless you're one of those families, this book says that they have an affectionate temperament, could make them an ideal pet if you're a committed family.
If you're a committed family.
I had a rabbit. Every year I'd get a rabbit for Easter, and then every September when the fair, we would put the rabbit up for sale, and bye-bye. And I like to believe that it actually got sold to a farm. I can't let my brain go anywhere
Exactly.
else.
Yeah.
Right,
Now they don't like us to adopt unless you really want to keep them and keep the cords away.
I did want to keep them, but my parents didn't.
Yeah,
so there you go. But the rabbitology book is not just about rabbits. I figured with spring, with things being born, and it's the time where, the deer are going to be, having their babies, et cetera, et cetera. So there's different animals in there. It just talks about.
Oh, this is wonderful.
Yeah, it's all kinds of animals in there, and all interesting, but mostly about rabbits.
Mostly about rabbits.
So there you go.
Hop, hop.
Hop, hippity hop to it.
Yeah, I like it. Oh, they're jumping champions. Wow.
Yeah. And then Fly. So I
Are
figured
these books all for adults too? Because we learn.
Sure, why not? I think every book is for an adult can read any book.
Yeah. Sometimes it's more fun to learn them this way, right?
Right. So Fly with the eagles that have just been in the news that were born, and people have been watching the cam on the eagle cam. This is about birds, and so it's a great time also to, if your child's interested in birding and learning what's in their backyard, or what birds are at the shore, what birds are, in a different part of the country. And so this is beautiful, beautiful pictures and a lot of facts in here that, families can just dive into.
And one of those books in your hand is better than two of those books in the bush.
That's correct.
Oh,
geez.
Amazing space, especially with the astronauts who just came home last night to the dolphins.
Exactly.
That is incredible.
I know. And so this is, everything space. There's constellations. There's the black holes. There's, it talks about the spaceships. It talks about landing on the moon. I mean, there's all kinds of interesting information about space, and anybody can learn from this. I mean, it's really, space, can be very overwhelming to some people,
And I love Jean Chatzky, and this sounds like the perfect one for my daughter going off to college also, or my teenage son, How to Money.
How to Money. This is about, how do you budget? If you want to like start your own business, whether it's, mowing lawns or do people do that anymore? Shoveling. I remember my brother and I used to go and ask the neighbors if they wanted us to shovel. But it's also then how do you plan? Do you have something you want to, save your money for?
Yeah.
So this is I figured with kids getting summer jobs or going off to college, trying to figure, they're going to be in charge of what they're doing now.
That's scary.
So giving them, a head start on learning about what it all means, because they don't really, I remember my girls didn't really understand what money meant until I said, okay, well, here's the amount of money that you could spend on vacation. Choose wisely.
Well, we've chosen wisely with having you on our show every month. We love you.
Yes, thank you,
I love
Lori.
you guys,
Thank-
too.
We love you.
And congratulations.
Oh, thank you. Yes, yes. And up next, we're heading into the kitchen for our recipe of the week. We're trying out a viral TikTok onion ring chip. Yeah, we're making them to see if they live up to the hype, Scott.
All right, and a brand new season begins in less than